Hi, my name's Peter. I'm with the Pensacola Beach Lifeguards out here. Our job as lifeguards is to protect and educate. That's our motto, protect and educate. And what we do is we help people that get stuck in situations out in the water, and hopefully we can get to them before they are stuck or get in dangerous situations, and we educate them. That's our main thing. We try to educate everybody that steps on the beach. So on a typical day, what we'll do is we'll come out here in the morning. Our shift start every day 9:30 and we end at 6:30. In the morning, we'll set our trucks up. We have buoys, tubes, put the boards on top, racks, make sure all of our medical equipment such as our O2 bags, our AEDs, and suction units are all in order. And after that, we'll either staff the towers, either sitting on the beach or patrol. And depending on the surf conditions, some days we'll just completely ignore the trucks and just have them parked just in case. But if it is bad surf, we'll patrol up and down the beach all day, warning people. And again, our big thing out here is to educate, so hopefully we don't have to, end up saving or helping them out. If we can teach them about the dangers such as rift currents and where to swim, where's the best place to go, hopefully they can have a nice, enjoyable day without us having to intervene. So on an average day, we'll have calm water like this, but we do every now and then, and depending on what the weather decides to do, we'll have a lot bigger surf, and those are when our skills really come into action. And so on a typical yellow flag, green flag, or yellow flag or red flag where the surf is bigger, we'll get calls over the radios, and where dispatchers from Escambia County will call us over the radio, tell us that there's somebody in trouble. So we'll hop off in the trucks and use our access points to go find them, locate where the people are. We'll take our buoy or a tube and go into the water. Usually they're stuck in rip currents. We'll swim out to them. Depending on the situation, we can take our time after we get to them. It's always a rush to get to them, but once we get to them, we do a little assessment of how they're doing. If they're okay, we'll give them a few minutes to catch their breath on the tube and slowly swim in. But if they're really having troubles, we'll work our way in as fast as we can, and depending on the situation, sometimes it can be really bad. We'll need to use our medical equipment, maybe do CPR, or have additional resources like fire rescue or EMS come check them out. Every now and then, we will get situations where people are in really bad shape and we'll have to transport them to the hospital, or Life Flight will have to come out. There's a lot of different variables that go into it. It's kind of a big team out here between us and Escambia County Dispatch and the firefighters all out here. We all work together in order to help save and rescue the people as they come and go. For most members of our team, this job's only seasonal. We work from March to October, staffing the beach with up to 30 lifeguards at a time. Other than that, we do have some people over the winter, but like I said, for most, this is only a part-time job. Work up to 30 hours a week. A lot of people coming home from college and having their summers off from high school. The stress level out here can vary depending on the day and where you're working. On flat days like we have today, there's not a whole lot of stress. The people generally are safe, but in days where the surf's really high and we're having to make constant rescues and warn people, there's a lot of stress out here that can happen, and you do need to take time every now and then for yourself to kind of get your level down and level-headed. The requirements we have to join our team out here, they do vary from every beach and lifeguarding job, but for us, we have a swim run test where you have to swim 600 yards in under 10 minutes and run 1.5 miles in under 12 minutes. Besides that, you also have to have your Red Cross certification for lifeguarding, and you have to be 16 years old and have a valid driver's license. Most of the people out here, it does vary, but I would say the people who succeed the best are pretty laid back, but when the time counts, it can be very serious. And if the situation does arise, they're not afraid to jump into it. You need to be pretty fit and athletic. That goes back to our swim and run test in order to make it through the waves if we have big days or have to fight the currents a little bit. There are some bigger people that get in trouble, so having a little bit of upper body strength as well as lower body strength does come in handy. The best part of our job out here is probably the satisfaction that comes with it whenever you do get the chance to help somebody, possibly save a life. And there's been situations where loved ones will come up to you and say that they're very grateful that you saved the life of their other loved one, and that really gets to you and can be very beneficial, and motivating to work hard and do your job to the best of your ability. It goes without saying that another big benefit is being able to work out here every single day. You know, this is one of the most beautiful places in the world with the white sandy beaches and the beautiful water. Some of the negative aspects of the job, though there aren't many, is this high stress level that can come along with it. When you're having to deal with lots of family members and people getting possibly hurt and injured, stress levels do go up and people can get very upset. Another thing is we do have some creatures out here, jellyfish mainly, that are not very friendly and can sting pretty bad when you're going in to make a rescue and possibly leave some pretty nasty scars. One example of a stressful situation is maybe when you're sitting in a tower and your duty is to be on watch patrol with the truck. You get a call over the radios that somebody's in trouble and you have to drive down the beach in high speeds looking out for people, and when you get there, assess the situation, see how many people are in trouble. You're gonna have to go into the water, you know, maybe it's really high seas, there's gonna be jellyfish stinging you, people yelling at you to help save the person's life, and you just gotta kind of put it all out of the background and go for it. And possibly, it does happen when you get to them, they're in bad situations, you bring them up, the stress level can get even higher when the families, you know, kind of yelling at you, telling them to save the life of their little baby or help out their mom or their dad. And you're gonna have to use some medical equipment and kind of keep your mind clear in order to do the right things. So as a few pieces of final advice, I would say people need to become confident in the water, be strong swimmers, and work on their running and swimming abilities. Make sure that you have all your certifications, because we do have people that try out and do not have what they need. You need Red Cross and CPR. And then also, lastly, but almost more importantly, is work on your interpersonal and communication skills. Because like I said earlier, a lot of our job is educating the public, which comes with speaking to strangers, people that you don't know, and sometimes they don't want to listen or cooperate. And your job is to convince them and let them know of the dangers that are in the water and keep them safe.